I am worried for the future of Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen currently is one of the best-selling and most popular anime/manga within the past couple of years that's even been released. Obviously, Studio Mappa is doing a fantastic job with the project. I really honestly would have no other studio to handle this project. I think they're doing an amazing job. So this past Sunday, author Gege Akutami stated that it would be nice if the series came to a close this year. Now, what he said was story, but not necessarily series, but he has kind of been alluding to the fact that it would be nice if he could wrap the story up within 2 years. So he made that about a year or so ago. I'm a little worried. I'm a little nervous. Majority of this comes from the fact that I feel like there is so much that needs to be tapped into Jujutsu Kaisen, and I really do feel like we're kind of just like at the tip of the iceberg. I really don't think we've hit our maximum potential yet. The culling game has been going on for about a year and a half at this point, and honestly, we haven't seen a whole lot of Itadori, who's the titular protagonist. It's really weird. We also are being introduced to so many characters and all these fights, and the thing is that we have so many endgame things that we haven't even touched on. We really haven't gone into what Sukuna wants with Megumi. We haven't seen Todo. Nobara's still MIA. Now, she's dead, allegedly, but there was that guy who basically said that, oh, I'm not really sure. Like, she's probably dead, probably, but don't get your hopes up whenever she got killed, quote unquote, in Shibuya. We're starting to run into some really weird territory, in my opinion. The chapter before, we never got to see the fight with the soldiers engaging with our new crew. It was just off screen. Obviously, we know they would have won, but it'd still be nice to see. I don't doubt that Mappa is most likely going to like add this in as like anime only. Not filler, but you know what I mean. We have these really long fights with Maki and these samurai guys that we're just introduced to, and right now it's fine. I enjoyed those chapters, but in the greater context, if the story is really ending within a year, it makes me nervous, honestly, because it's like, why are you spending so much time on all this stuff when you haven't touched your end game? Now, unless the culling game is the end all be all and we get all of this crammed in, but I really don't like that. It's really starting to remind me of Bleach and how that was rushing during the 1,000-Year Blood War. I believe Tite Kubo actually had a shoulder injury during the production of the 1,000-Year Blood War, and so Shonen Jump was still on him about getting out projects and getting out all these chapters on time. So he kind of had to push himself, and he really just wanted to wrap the story up as much as he could because he was in pain. That's why you have a lot of the art, not really suffering, but not really on the tier it could have been. You have a lot more white backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. The thing is with Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't know, man. We're getting into some real weird territory, man. Like we really still don't know what Kenjaku's like end all be all is. Like we don't really know if Tengen is like good, quote unquote, you know what I mean? We haven't seen Todo and God knows how long. Gojo hasn't showed back up. It's all just kind of weird, man. I feel like we're starting a lot of story threads. We also don't know what Miwa was doing in one of those colonies. It's just odd, very odd. I mean, hell, Megumi's sister is still kind of just doing whatever. I don't know, man. And the thing is that Gege can take their time. They can do whatever. It's their story, obviously, but I would much rather them take their time and allow the story to be told, because I straight up just don't believe him. Now, granted, I think some of it is a health thing as well. If you recall, about a year or so ago, Gege had a pretty serious health scare, and Jujutsu Kaisen, the production was halted for about 3 months as far as the manga went. I believe it was during the Zenin clan massacre is when this occurred, and like you still could like look up and see like how it looks. It's very rough, like all these rough sketches, like they're clearly not finished, which actually, when the anime adapts this, I would actually like it to, like the style to be kept the same. I would actually want it to kind of look like this rough, unfinished, crazed look. I think it should look really stylish. I think it'd be really good. But there's just so many unanswered questions, and I really do feel like, if anything, we're at like the halfway point of the series. Now, granted, Gege does say probably it would be nice to end the series at this point, but also My Hero had a similar issue. Like My Hero was supposed to end like what, August of last? Not August. It was like October or something last year. Like My Hero was supposed to end last year, and clearly, like, no, like we're still in the final arc, but like, Gentle Criminal just came back and all this other stuff, so I don't know. But yeah, man, it's one of these things, man. Like, obviously people don't kind of want to end up like Demon Slayer, and actually, honestly, I actually like Demon Slayer's ending. I think it ended at an appropriate time. I think it ended at a fine time. I do think Muzan was a little underwhelming for me personally, but nah, man, man, I love Jujutsu Kaisen. I love the world. I love the characters. I love the art style. It has been getting a little rougher recently. I don't know why that is. There are certain panels where like they're clearly off model and they don't look anything like they usually do. Like Nobara looks. I made fun of Yume for saying that Gege doesn't know how to draw her, and it didn't really hit me until this current chapter that I was like, what? Why does she look like that? It's just weird. I don't know. But hopefully, I would ideally like Jujutsu Kaisen to go on forever, but obviously that's not gonna happen. But I really want Gege to take their time and kind of just allow the story to be fleshed out and told properly, because I don't want the 1,000-Year Blood War Part 2. I don't want a lot of stuff just stopping and starting, just random shit happening. Like Kira popping up during the 1,000-Year Blood War was really, really weird with that hole in his chest, and Ichigo's, Horn of Salvation kind of just being a Sero upgrade, and that's about it. It is weird stuff. But anyway, I kind of want to just, discuss that and kind of get my general thoughts. What do you guys think? How do you guys feel that the Jujutsu Kaisen manga's pace is going? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What are your thoughts? Anyway, thank you guys for joining me on this video. It's me, your boy Daffy, guys. I will see you in the next video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. All right, peace. Makamere, Billie Jean, Billie Jean. And strike.
I remember when Zach found out that he actually growled in the song.
Should do it. You want to ride into Ramatra? You a f***ing idiot? You want to box, bro? We can box. We can do that. Now come get that ass beat. Come get that ass beat. Ass. Thought shit was sweet. Ass. Fuck you, boy. Bust out that bad shit again. Fuck, nigga.